sell that seed.
The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns.
Steven Gostkowski set to kick off.
The Titans kicker Steven Gostkowski ready to do the honors, and we are underway in Nashville. Now Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Peoples. Jones on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Carry now for Nick Chubb. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Ball carrier.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 11 yards there, first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Browns first down.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to look deep down the field. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Marvin Hall, 64 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
25-yard line. The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The ball carrier.
Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 30 on second down, Tannehill. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brings up third down.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, they just watched the other team take the ball downfield and score, so they knew that this drive, this opening drive, was on them. And, boy, that was important to pick up that first down there and keep this one going.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Come on, boys, come on. Hey, 17 George, watch 17. Watch tight end. Check 31, check 31.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the Titans' 30-yard.
Throwing on second down. Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now Charles dealing with a third and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Third and long for Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
Mayfield's pass intended for Odell Beckham. Incomplete. He was covered by Kevin Byard.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Fourth down, Mayfield rolling to his right. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Browns 7, Titans nothing.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
At their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10.
29 is Mike 29. Check.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. There's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
8 yards on the pickup.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Derrick.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Tannehill. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Back to the air, Tannehill on 2nd down. Flushed out right. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Browns drive about to get started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they work this out past the 25. 22 yards there, a first down.
22 yards. First down, Browns.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Flush to his right. To the right side, and he's got Landry, complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Jeffrey Simmons on the stop.
On third down, Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
It's complete to Brown, right side. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Browns' 36-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
3 down, 3 down. Big Dad, Tiger.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On first down, it's Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. Tannehill throwing again. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Cameron Batson as the first half is winding down. And the Titans have made this a one-score game. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first
first and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
Three down. Hurry.
The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Hey, check.
From the 30 on second down, Tannehill got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On first and 10, Tannehill forced out to his left. He'll get this complete to Batson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 37-yard line. Running from the gun with Henry. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figured out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. They'll run it again with Henry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill. And the pressure gets to him again. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So third and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans.
Tight right. Quick.
Here's Tannehill. A man over the middle, and it's complete.
Tannehill's pass.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth. Back now in Nashville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Titans 7.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish, all tied here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. So how about that for a momentum switch?
The Titans take
We're in the
over
fourth quarter, and it's a tie game.
42-yard
You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check boys, 3. Yo, check left.
A first down carry for Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Right at the line of
Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Looking to throw on second down. Tannehill escaping the pressure right. It's caught on the right side at Smith. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. He gets it to Brown, complete. Tannehill to his top target, Brown, for a Tennessee first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
9-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Henry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
That's another Titans first down.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Titans have taken the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you're looking at your plays. Oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 24 yards to gain there. Another first down as well.
Browns first down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And bringing it in right side here, Beckham.
Mayfield's pass.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Toward the pylon, caught, and he'll be out of bounds. A gain of 9 there, sets up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll give it to Chubb, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. It's a 1-yard touchdown run for Nick Chubb, and the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson Dejo. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Parkey with the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice. Usually,
he's got a man complete. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go. but they certainly aren't afraid to dial up the long ball, and fans dig the long ball. And they absolutely needed it, and guess what? They got it. How about that?
And now a two-point conversion away from tying this game up. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check, 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 check. 49, check 49, check 49.
They'll try and run it in. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful.
Set to kick off.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Here's Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
44-yard line.
Tight end's right. Took left. 3 down, 3 down.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
They have to like what they've done defensively here in the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Tannehill now to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. Second and 10.
Check 24. Check 24. Fake.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we're usually talking about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them inbounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe.
The Browns drive about to get started. They set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing, Mayfield. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Titans.
Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But
Definitely, and I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who can help us because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in overtime that led to this one, and to finish it on a defensive touchdown, a takeaway that gets into the end zone. I'm not rooting for anyone, but boy, I love to see games finish that way.
so that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville.